blah blah blah. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm gonna do kind of a true chit chat get ready with me style video. So as you can see, my hair is very wet. I just got out of the shower and I thought I'd just show what I do when I get out of the shower. I always let my hair dry naturally because I have curly hair, and if you have curly hair, you know that taking a blow dryer to it is just gonna sort of make the curls go frizzy and all over the place. So I always let my hair dry naturally, but I do use a bunch of products. So the first thing I do with my hair is I always put a hair oil in. Right now I'm using this Moroccan oil treatment. I got it in my Sephora play box, that's why it's so small, and I really like it. It smells amazing, but I have a bunch of other oils that I use. There's a great one from Sally Beauty that's just like a 100% pure argan oil that I really like. So really, like any hair oil or serum or anything like that probably would work. I find similar results with all of them. I have pretty short hair, so I don't like to take too much. I've just got like that. And then I just rub my hands together and I just sort of like gently smooth it onto my hair. For me, the name of the game is really to just not disturb any of the curls. So once I've got the hair oil in, then I'll move on to a gel, which I like to just sort of keep the curls in place together. So I use this curl scrunch from Garnier Fructis. It's literally like $2.99 at the drugstore, and I find it to work really well. So this is my sort of my go-to product. Same deal, I just put a little bit in my hand like that, and then I apply this a little bit differently. I put my hands together and then flip my head over and crunch. Just scrunch those curls together. Okay, I've scooted a little forward because the rest of the video is going to be about my face. So once I have put all my hair stuff in and I'm just like leaving my hair to dry naturally, then I will go in with my skincare. So I'm not super detailed in terms of skincare. I'm really lucky that I have really good skin and I don't break out too much. I typically just wash my face morning and night, moisturize, all that kind of good stuff. So right now the moisturizer I'm using is called Nutri-Cream. It looks like this. It's just like a big white jar. My mom got it for me, and you know, just put a nice little layer all over my face. And then I'll just go in with this little Pep Start by Clinique eye moisturizer. I use whatever eye cream I have at the moment. Really, I don't care that much, and I'm down to use whatever I get in my Sephora play box. So this one it's just a sample I'm using up. So again, just pop a little under there. I like to put a little on my eyelid too, because you know, your eyelids get wrinkly eventually. Okay, and that is my skincare done. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my makeup. So as you know, if you've watched my channel before, I almost never wear foundation, but I do wear a lot of concealer, like a lot. Right now I am in love with the ColourPop concealer. It's called the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I use the shade Fair Neutral because I am fair, and also I'm pretty sure my skin is neutral tone. I kind of think I actually just don't know what tone my skin is, so I always get neutral stuff, but that's what I'm using and it seems to look okay. Then I'll just go in with my Real Techniques blending sponge and blend that all in. Okay, so because I'm usually in a rush when I'm on my way to work, I use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette for like a million different things. I use it for eyeshadow, I use it to set under my eyes, and I use it for bronzer and contour. So if I have a little more time, I'll use a separate powder under my eyes because I do think that a loose powder that's a little bit more finely milled typically looks better in my opinion. But obviously I wear these light shades. I mix these two together. As you can see, I'm running out. But I use them all the time and they look pretty good. They don't look as flawless as like a Laura Mercier powder or whatever, but I'm happy with them. So I'll just go in and blend these two shades together and set under my eyes. So once I'm all set, I like to go right in with my bronzing and my contouring so that I can just sort of get the base done and know what that's gonna look like. Oh, and I use this Eco Tools brush. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's just their blush brush. It looks like this, and I really like it. And I also mixed together these two shades. I used to just use the bronzer shade, which is why there's so much gone from that and so much left in the contouring shade. But lately I've been using them both and I just think it looks a little better and more interesting. Okay, so as you can see, I do like to go a little heavy on the bronzer. I feel like I kind of use it, I mean, I bronze, contour, like blush kind of all in one go. I will sometimes add a little bit of blush, and today I think I will add some extra blush, but I also typically just like do a little bronzer on my cheeks to give myself some color and shape my face. This is my big secret, and I'm gonna be honest, this is one of those things that I do with my makeup that I kind of think, I wonder sometimes if other people see it and they're like, what the heck? But I contour the heck out of my chin. Like, I really don't like this double chin area. I feel really self-conscious about it. So I actually blend all three colors together, including this darkest color, which I would never use on my face, but I just use under my neck, and I blow some excess off, and I just go hard on that double chin. Then I always make sure to blend, like, see that, I feel like that made such a difference in my jawline. Like, I have a totally different jawline because my double chin is like invisible. I do like contouring my cheeks, but if I only got to contour one part of my face, it would be it would definitely be my neck, because I think that makes the biggest difference in my face. I feel like it changes the whole shape of my face. So yeah, and I'm always super careful to blend down the neck because you don't want a freaking orange like chin and then it looks really weird and uneven. Okay, so now I am gonna go in and add a little blush. Like I said, I'm just using the Milani Baked Blush. I'm sure I've shown this a million times. It's in the color Luminoso. I love this color. It's like a really peachy orange and it's got a beautiful sheen to it. So I'll just go in the same brush, my bronzer brush, a light touch, tap off the excess, and just go right on the balls of the cheeks. And yes, I do make that goofy smile every time I'm applying blush. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is highlighting. I don't know why, but I'm one of those people that just does my entire face before I even touch my eyes. That's just how I roll. So I'm gonna use this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. Honestly, you can use any, in my opinion, you can use any liquid glow type thing. I just use it as a sticky base for the powder that I'm gonna put on top, but I do really like this product. Literally take the smallest amount, like just a dot, tap, 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 and tap, tap, tap. Put a little under my brow bone as well, and then if I have a bunch of excess on my hands, which I do today, which means I probably use too much, I'll just go on the forehead, the chin, the nose, and then that's plenty. And you can see that's already added like a really beautiful luminous glow, but I love highlighter, so I'm gonna go in with a powder on top. Again, I'm gonna use my classic favorite highlighter, which is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in Precious Petals. I'm like really close to out of this stuff, but I just love it so much. It's so pretty, and I'm definitely gonna buy more and just keep using this. And then I just go in with my little Wet n Wild brush. I'm pretty sure this is for contouring, but I use it for highlight because I feel like it hugs the cheekbones perfectly. So I just go in with a generous helping. I don't even tap off the excess for this step, and I go right on top. Boop, boop. And a little on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so that is it for the face. We're looking good over here. I am now gonna start on my eyes. Okay, so I'm not a gigantic fan of eyeshadow. I don't wear that much eyeshadow. If I do wear eyeshadow when I'm going to work, it's usually just like a little bit of the Kat Von D bronzer shade in my crease. But today I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show you like my really standard what I do on an average day, which is I will, it still does involve my Kat Von D palette actually. I will take this yellow shade and I will just use my fingers, get a bunch on there, and go into my eyelid and just make it sort of this light creamy shade. I honestly think my favorite kind of eyeshadow is just like a creamy base with a black liquid liner. I think that looks so, so pretty. Okay, so now that I have that light base on, I am gonna go in with my black liquid liner. Right now, I am just using this Clinique liquid liner. It's called Pretty Easy Liquid Eyeliner Pen, and it is pretty easy to use. It does run a little bit, which I don't love, but again, I got it in a subscription box, so that's why I just always use this stuff up as much as I possibly can. And I'm just gonna get in real close and try and make a super thin black line, because I'm not trying to make a wing today. I'm just trying to have a line that will cover my lash band and make my lashes look natural if possible. Whew, okay, so there's the eyeliner on. That took me way longer than it should have, but I completed it. And now I'm just gonna go in with some lashes. So the lashes I'm using today are these Ardell Demi Wispy Mink faux mink lashes. I would not use regular mink lashes. And they look honestly a lot like the normal Demi Wispies, which I use most of the time. I buy those like by the 6-pack. But these are just a little more fluffy, so I thought I'd use them for this video. I will say, putting on lashes is really hard. I don't find it very easy. I think it's very difficult. And this tool that I purchased from Ulta for like $11 has helped me so much. I used to use regular tweezers, and that does really work. I highly suggest using tweezers and not just your hands, because you have so much more precision. But this lash tool, which is like specifically designed, it's curved like a lash is curved, and you just clamp down on the lash, pop it right on. So I really think this is worth the investment. Then I grab the lash in question, here it is, and I just sort of pop it in there. Like, I try to hold it as close to the lash line as possible. Then I apply my glue. I use just the standard duo glue. And then once I've applied the glue, you can see that it's still like a little bit blue/purple. I try and just wait until it's as clear as possible, because that is when it's drying and tacky. So I try to wait for it to be, see, even just as I was talking, it has gotten a lot less blue looking. It's a lot clearer. So I'm going to just take my mirror, go up really close, and pop it right on. Whew, okay, so as you saw from that demonstration, putting lashes on is not easy for me. It takes me a long time, even though I do it on a pretty regular basis. So let's head on to the other side. Blink, 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 blink. Whew, okay, now that I have my lashes on, which I'm not gonna lie was a huge struggle today. I don't know why. I guess because I was in front of the camera and I was trying not to put my mirror in front of my face. It just felt a lot harder than usual, but they are on, and this is what they look like. And I am just gonna pop some mascara on over my natural lashes. When I wear fake lashes, I typically don't put mascara on ahead of time. I usually just put a little bit on afterwards to coat my lashes and make sure that my natural lashes, which are, I mean, I would say that they're light brown, I guess. Just wanna make sure that they're black and match with my fake lashes. Okay, and then the last thing I'm gonna do in my makeup is my eyebrows. I will go in with my NYX pencil. It is the micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso, and I'll just carve out my sort of my underline, so you'll see what I'm gonna do. So I just like to make basically one line, just making sort of a new shape for the front, and then just intensifying the shape that's already there. Literally just one swipe to just sort of sharpen the tail of that brow. And then I'll go in on the front and fill in with some little like hair strokes. But again, nothing too drastic, because I'm pretty happy with the shape of my eyebrow. So you can see the difference between the two eyebrows there. There really isn't a ton. It's just a little sharper on the edge. And then obviously I've made it a little bit more full in the front. Okay, and then I just went ahead and did that same thing on the other side. And something I always do with my brows after I fill them in, I just take my finger and kind of, I don't even know what the word is, I guess like
smush.
Okay.
The front of my brow, and just try and sort of, I'm not rubbing it off, I'm just kind of blending it, I guess, so that it looks a little more natural. It looks a little stark when I first do it. So I should just take my finger and kind of like blend it out a tiny bit. And then finally, as you all know, I am a huge fan of brow gel. I use the Anastasia, just the regular clear brow gel, and I use this every day. Even if I don't use a pencil on my eyebrows, I will always go in with a little brow gel because I have long, wily brow hairs. Okay, and then the final thing that I like to do on a pretty regular basis, because I'm extra as fuck, is use this Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow just on my inner corner. So I have the shade Diamond Dust. It's a holographic glitter, which, I mean, but long story short, this is actually holographic glitter. It reflects a bunch of rainbows and I just love it. So I just go in very conservatively, a little bit on the inner corner just to brighten up. And as you can see, that just adds like a insanely bright sparkle that no eyeshadow I think could do. So that's why I go in right with the glitter. Okay guys, the absolute last step of my makeup routine is a little bit of setting spray. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember to do this every single day, but when I do remember, I go hard. Some final touches that I will do for the day is sometimes when I get to work or when I'm on the train, I will put on a little bit of perfume or I'll put on a lip color, but for the most part, I will just leave my lips how they are. I like the natural pigmentation of my lips. Okay guys, that's how I get ready for work in the mornings. Yeah, I obviously took a lot longer just explaining everything that I'm doing to you guys, but when I actually get up in the morning, this all happens in maybe 15 minutes. So yeah, that's just sort of my like everyday makeup, but also everyday work appropriate makeup that is also really fast to do if you're doing it not talking to a camera. Thank you so much for watching my video. Tune in next week for another video. Click on my channel name if you want to see more from me, and don't forget to subscribe.